In today's video, I'm going to be giving you an update on the current state of stimulus as well as what's going on with that stimulus proposal presented by the Republicans to the Democrats yesterday. But as always, my videos are for everybody, including Social Security recipients, retirement, disability and survivors, SSI, supplemental security income, VA, RRB, low income, and no income. But hey everybody, my name is Matt. Welcome back to another video. Today is Saturday, October 10th, and we have some new information. Plus, I want to clear up some confusion around that leaked information about potentially $1,000 for dependents. I'll talk about that here in just a minute, but let's get right into it. If you're new here, please consider hitting the subscribe button. I really appreciate it, and I want to be back every single day to be your advocate. It's really important to me, and I like to look out for all the groups of people that I mentioned just a second ago. The Social Security, SSI, you know who you are. But anyway, I talk about it every time, so thanks so much for allowing me to be your daily advocate. All right, let's talk about this. What's going on a weekend? Well, we know that these people don't like to work on weekends, but we do have some new information. So, as we know, yesterday, the Trump administration presented the Democrats with their newest stimulus proposal. As we know, it has a price tag of roughly between $1.8 and $1.9 trillion, which is up about $200 billion over their last proposal. Remember, their last proposal came in with a price tag of $1.62 trillion, whereas Nancy Pelosi and the Democrats are still at their $2.2 trillion. However, this one is, between that $1.8 and $1.9 trillion level. So it's good that we're, getting a little closer. We're still a few $100 billion apart, but at least they are, making some progress very, very slowly. So yeah, as we know, this proposal is coming in at about that $1.8 to $1.9 trillion level. However, Nancy Pelosi was out and she said, the current proposal is insufficient and it is one step forward and two steps back. So not the response that we wanted to hear from Nancy Pelosi. We were hoping that she would be a little bit more optimistic about this proposal. But again, she hates the idea. But that's kind of the name of the game right now, is these two sides are really not coming together and working with each other, which is not what we want to hear as the American people. However, today, Saturday, Nancy Pelosi was out with a letter to her Democratic colleagues suggesting that we as in her, the Democrats and Republicans, disagree on policy while they are still waiting for further clarification from Republicans on some of the aspects of this proposal. So it's been a lot of back and forth asking for further clarification. Republicans have been asking Democrats for further clarification, as well as Democrats asking Republicans for further clarification. So it's been a lot of back and forth over the last couple days. At the same time, today, Steven Mnuchin and Mark Meadows, they hosted a conference call with Republicans, whereas it sounds like the call wasn't that great. But anyway, Republicans on the call, which are the senators, Republican senators on the call, voiced their and expressed their concern over this current proposal, many of which are not loving the price tag, and they said at the current level, the current proposal virtually has no chance of passing the GOP-controlled Senate. So again, not what we want to hear, considering that, we thought that they were getting a little bit closer, and they are, but yet at the same time, this is not what we want to hear from Republicans saying, yeah, basically it has no chance of passing in its current state. So it means that we need to go back to the drawing board and continue to negotiate this out, because it's not getting a whole lot of support from Republicans, which, remember, we need some of their support as well to get it through the Senate. But also, at the same time, Senate Republicans on the call urged them to continue these negotiations. And Steve Mnuchin responded by saying he would take this feedback back to the president. So that's, pretty good too. Also, as we know, President Trump tweeted the other day, he wants a big stimulus package. He made it very clear. This whole week there was a lot of drama regarding the stimulus package and everything going on with it. Meanwhile, he made a statement saying, go big. He wants to go big. There was some information leaked out of apparently a White House aide. And that information that was leaked, and there's a lot of confusion about this, but I want to talk about it for just a minute, and that is potentially increasing the dependent payment up to $1,000. So here's the deal. let's not get caught up on that. Let's just be glad if we get a second stimulus check, which, like I've been saying in many of my videos, I do think we're going to get it. It's just a matter of when. We know, when are they going to get this through? When are they going to approve it? Is it going to be in a week? Is it going to be in 3 weeks? Or is it going to be in 3 months? We don't know that. That's why I'm continuing to come back each and every day to give you these updates. But there's this leaked information. There's a lot of information out there. Rumors going around say that they are increasing this the dependent payments from $500 for dependents up to $1,000. Again, apparently this is what President Trump said. Let's not get caught up on this. Let's not get our hopes up. Let's just go through this and plan on getting that second stimulus check. If for some reason they increase it to $1,000, that would be great. However, like I keep saying, please, let's not get our hopes up on this. Let's just be glad if and when we get that second stimulus check. However, it would be really nice if they included, the dependent payments up to $1,000. But, at this point, let's just plan on the $500 for now. And if it's bumped up, let's just consider it a little bonus from them. So interesting stuff for sure. However, these negotiations and the talks will continue into the weekend. So at least they're doing something on a weekend. It's not much, but at least it is something. As we know, they continue to say, oh yeah, we're getting closer and closer on the stimulus negotiations, which they are very, very slowly. Now, I also want to clear up one more thing. There's been a lot of talk about Mitch McConnell. As we know, he's the leader in the Senate. People saying, well, Mitch McConnell said we're not going to have an agreement until after the November 3rd election. Here's the deal. The negotiations have nothing to do with Mitch McConnell. He, just like everybody else, is welcome to voice his opinion. That's great. Thanks, Mitch. We appreciate it. But you know what? It doesn't matter what he says. It doesn't matter what he thinks, because he is not part of the negotiating team with the Democrats. So, honestly, it doesn't matter what he says. He can voice his opinion all that he wants, but it doesn't matter at the end of the day. It comes down to Steve Mnuchin, Mark Meadows, maybe a little bit, not a whole lot with Mark Meadows anymore. He's not so much in the negotiations, but it's mostly Steve Mnuchin, Nancy Pelosi, and President Trump. They're the ones that are heading up this negotiation. So let's focus on what they're saying. Let's not worry about Mitch McConnell right now, because Mitch has already said very clearly many times, whatever is approved by the negotiators for the Republican Party as well as the president, he would support even if he doesn't agree on it. So, great. Thanks, Mitch. We appreciate your opinion, but at the same time, don't get caught up with what Mitch McConnell is saying right now, because it just doesn't matter. It's not between him. It's between Steve Mnuchin, the president, and Nancy Pelosi. These are the three characters in this negotiation that we need to watch. So this is what we have right now on a weekend. If we have anything further, either later today or tomorrow, of course, I'll bring that to you right away. But if you still have further questions on those $200 prepaid cards, be sure to check out my video from earlier today. I clarified that a little bit further. Otherwise, enjoy your weekend, everybody. I'm always here for you, and I'll see you soon. Thanks so much. I'll see you later.